you continue.
If you lose, you continue.
Yeah, because that's how you work out who gets the wooden spoon.
Yeah, but then a team that finishes 9th could get the wooden spoon to a team that finishes 17th.
Well,
isn't the 27 weeks that period of time?
I agree, but you know what? If it's for television, right, I'd rather at least the bottom 2 teams play for a spoon off as opposed to a third place playoff.
I'd rather the spoon bowl rather than 3rd v 4th because you're not going to get teams or players coming off a grand final qualifier to then play one more game that means nothing really, apart from a bit of Arthur Ashe in your pocket.
I just want a wooden spooner's shirt.
I'm sure we can arrange one. I'm sure we can get one.
Wooden spooners.
I'm sure a printing mob can do it for you. They make the Premier's T-shirts. They can make the spoon bowl.
Yeah, I'd love those. Don't forget on Rugby League Hub, Hull KR Toulouse at 5:30 UK time, and Catalans and Hull FC at 8 p.m. Some good games coming up in the Super League in England, so looking forward to those, of course, on Rugby League Hub, rugbyleague.com as well. So we are waiting on what happens in the next couple of days in the NRL. A couple of good games to wrap up before we do leave. Let's talk about these, because I'm actually looking forward to the game between the Titans and Sharks. And people say, well, why are you looking forward to that game? Well, you know what? Back at the ladder, I am going to put this out there. Sharks on 32 points. If they lose, again, they're another team that's not completely safe, because if they lose the next couple of weeks, you know, for and against, they're lucky they've got. But what happens if they get beaten? And they haven't been great, the Sharks.
No, well, the last couple of weeks haven't been great. The wheels have definitely fallen off what was a really good season. The Titans, though, they've had a really disappointing season under new coach Josh Hannay. I'm a big fan of Josh. I think he's going to do great things with that team. He just needs to get a roster that competes every week a little bit harder, a little bit tougher, and that'll come in time. He's inherited a few players. He'll develop a few players. I'm a big fan of Josh Hannay. I think he's a great guy personally, and I think he'll do some great things with that Titan side. But the Sharks, I mean, you look at their roster, it's really this year or bust, isn't it, with some of their players, because they're going to lose a few post-26.
And Roosters play West Tigers tomorrow back at Allianz Stadium. Looking forward to that game, even though the West Tigers, they're hit and miss, Matt, but you never know. Like, they could be that team that could just do something out of nothing. I know they've been bad the last couple of weeks, but surely they're going to lift at some stage.
You'd hope so, and as I said, like, there's still pride to play for, and obviously wanting to keep themselves up off the bottom of the ladder. But the Roosters, as I said, they've been looking good. The much-touted grand final is the Panthers versus the Roosters. They'll want to keep that good form going into this final series, and as I said, it is a game that they're all over, that they should be winning, and really they should if they have grand final aspirations. You know, Cherry Evans has said he's already announced his future, and it won't be at the Roosters. So you can't tell me a player like that won't turn it on for the next 6 weeks or so to try and get himself another premiership ring.
Exactly right. Well, going through the try scorers again here in this one. Sherry, he scored 1. Burton, 2 tries. Preston, King, Galvin, and the Trace man, Tracy. While it was Crichton, 7 from 7, plus a penalty goal. Sewer and Burton were binned, while Holmes and Fiona scoring tries for the Dragons. Fiona 2. Holmes is 1 from 3. Moses Sully binned in the 79th. So full-time, the Dogs defeating the Dragons. What else can we say about this game, Jono? Other than, look, it was a case of how bad the Dragons have been this year.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the cases, they were their worst enemy. Just difficult passes, a lot of lack of communication in attack, and some strong plays at times, but then defensive lapses as soon as we saw that, and the Dogs capitalised. They were a side that took their opportunities, and when they got the ball, they did something with it. Crichton, of course, as you mentioned, 7 from 7, and then that penalty goal, so 8 from 8 overall. And yeah, just a great night for the Dogs. Sherry to start it, Tracy to finish it. Not their best performance, the Dogs, but out of the two teams, they looked a lot better than they really are. And now they sit in 9th position. Their run to the finals, it begins now. They've got a lot of heavy lifting over the next couple of weeks to do before they get into that final series where it'll really test them.
Well, Mearsy, Great to have you back on Rugby League Hub this time around, but great job by you.
Oh,
great
thank you.
job.
Oh,
Mearsy.
Welcome to the NRL.
Yes. Welcome back.
look, it's my first proper NRL game. Pre-season,
You did well in pre-season last year, and now you made your debut. You ran hard. You're back at Bear Park next week, which is good.
Oh, thanks, boss. Yeah.
Hey, don't call me boss. You're the boss now.
I'm the boss now. Well, I'm not going to Bear Park.
Oh, yeah, love Bear Park. I'll be at Lionel Watts next week.
Hey, that's the home of football.
Lionel Watts.
You come and call one of my park cricket games there in a couple of weeks.
I want to see if I can call from a car. That's my dream, John, to call from a car one day.
We'll get you on the field somehow.
I reckon you could do that at Lionel Watts.
We'll give Uncle Eric a call. We'll get him to reserve the space next to the...
Get out the witches' hats. get those yellow and black things you see on the road that block off, the sections.
As somebody I know so well, he goes, those witchy things.
Oh, yeah, those witchy things. Yeah.
Oh, John, I got to have you back. Good job.
Thank
looking
you, sir.
forward to you with the NRLW for the rest of the season. For those in the UK, they'll be able to see it on Sky Sports, probably Sky Sports Arena or something, but can't wait to hear some of those games. That one tomorrow, you've got an interesting game in the NRL dub. Yep. Roosters and Warriors. It's 1st and 6th, but should be a cracking game back here at Allianz.
Yeah, of course, the Roosters looking for 8 consecutive wins. They're a team that have just really gone from strength to strength. They had a challenging victory over the Broncos last week at Suncorp. They trailed 14-4, came back into the game and won that competition game over the Broncos, who have had now 2 losses in a row to the Roosters and to the Raiders. The Warriors, though, they're a team that since Magic Round, they've been a team that really have just come from behind and come so close at Magic Round. It was a great win against the Titans. They had a strong performance there, but the Titans just getting home. Then, of course, they headed home back to New Zealand in an emotional victory over the Newcastle Knights. That was a superb victory for them. And then they came into the game last week, the game that we covered on Sky Sports 2 and Fox League here in Australia against the Tigers. They came so close, 22-all with 8 to go, and it was Faith Minera. She scored it against the Dragons to get the Tigers home. She did it again against the Warriors. If the Warriors start fast and can shut down the attacking options and that back line the Roosters have, you talk about the likes of their halves combination in Kelleher, strength out wide in Elliott. Great work from Jess Surgis, Isabel Kelly. They got so much power. Corbin Baxter at the back at fullback. They got a lot of strength in that side. And, of course, Bridie Parker scoring a hat-trick last week against the Broncos. So, look, it's going to be an interesting game. I don't see a cricket score coming for the Roosters. I think it's going to be a little closer. If the Warriors can start strong and stay consistent with that, they'll really go toe-to-toe. The bubble's got to burst at some point for the Roosters. It might go this week, but who knows? But it should be a great game to call.
And, of course, a reminder as well that the next couple of weeks in the NRL, the big one for the Dragons against Manly Brookie. That could be anything. And the Bulldogs. Well, I mentioned this before. Their game against the Panthers. That game at Combank is going to be a cracker. Of course, you'll be able to hear the match around for us on Rugby League Hub. Just keep looking at the socials throughout the week to find out where we are going to be in our Royal Rise. In regards to Super League, reminding Hull KR to lose at 5:30, Catalans and Hull FC at 8 p.m. So a couple of those games coming up from the English Rugby League. Looking forward to those. All UK time, we should note as well. John O'Farr, Matty Mears. Oh, how good was this? I don't want to leave, but I've got to
see if you can stay in for the game tomorrow.
No, I just want to live here. How good will it live?
You can come with me when I do Roosters Warriors here tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, you can pack me in a suitcase. How good. All right. Nicholas Kutniak here signing off. Matty Mears and John O'Farr on Rugby League Hub. We'll be back again, of course, in the next couple of weeks. Just keep tuned on the social media to find out what game we'll be covering next. But it's bye from now from Allianz Stadium, where the Dogs are too good on the Catalans Sports Tour scoreboard. It was 44 points to 14. Good night.